to look at some of the other challenges they face. We spoke to Mr. Westmoreland, our school rep, who agrees, I'm quoting him very carefully, that he agrees with the chief of facilities, there's no room for any further expansion on this campus. So that remains an ongoing challenge, but we're following closely with the local school council and the PTA and as best we can the planning parts of it. So with those things in mind, it's been a busy week. I would be happy to take any questions, or any board member could accept any questions if anyone has them. Yes, ma'am.
How much did the Virginia-Highland Civic Association pay for their part of the study?
We have contributed $7,000 toward the $24,000 eventual cost. It is arguably more than our proportionate share, but thanks to the hard work of hundreds of volunteers for years here, we have more ability in some respects than other neighborhoods. And we felt like it was necessary to get that kick started for it to happen at all. And we're still a little bit short on the fundraising, but we're still looking at some other options for how to get that done. Sir, and you, yes.
Jack, with respect to the infrastructure bonds that's being proposed, there's a draft list of projects out. Does the board have any opinion about what's on that project list?
The board has not undertaken a formal study or look at it, but we would be happy to do that and share observations. I don't know that we're going to get down in the dirt about which ones are good or which are bad, but I think it would be wise if we tried to make sure everybody understood what the significant things that would and would not be accomplished in this would include. Sir?
How much are we short going back to
it depends on whether or not some solicited contributions from other council members come in, but I think we're not terribly short. $5,000 to $7,000, but we're optimistic. We're always optimistic.
Is there one on the VHCA website about making contributions?
No, there's not. In terms, that might be a good suggestion because the light, some citizens here have made contributions to that, including our NPU chair doesn't even live in the neighborhood, thought it was a real good idea. So that's probably a good idea. We should probably allow people to do it. I didn't want terribly much to try to pressure anybody because so many people work so hard on the tour and the Summerfest, and it does raise funds for this neighborhood, and I want them to know that we try to be careful about their money and use it that way. So if we have to, we can pay it that way, but that's probably a good idea that folks come forward if they want to back it, because we really would like to improve that piece. Sir?
I just want to congratulate you on putting that study together and getting the other neighborhoods involved and getting the council, because, well, lots of people love Music Midtown. It has grown and grown, and I hope that we can come up with some solutions to control it better. Otherwise, it's going to just keep getting bigger. Thanks.
JC points out that it has grown significantly. It's from 50 to 80 this year. That is, you're absolutely correct, sir. Thanks. It took a little bit of work to get everybody at the table. Folks aren't quite used to doing that, but it was a good precedent. Ma'am?
What is happening with the mix?
The mix has a proposed buyer whom we have met with briefly. We have not. It is a complicated situation in which there are contradictory reports about the status of the contract, the purchase contract, and whether or not anything would be done. The new proposal for the mix is one floor less in the back in the parking garage and one floor less in the front. It is still not NC standards that we would, of course, much prefer that it be. The building permit remains valid as of the old one under the C1 remains valid at this moment. It has been challenged in the VCA by a citizen, and where he lost, and that has been appealed to Superior Court, and that is pending, as well as another lawsuit that I've not seen that challenges this. I have no comment on it because we haven't seen them, but we remain in contact at Mr. Wan's request with the developer, and We will take no action and do anything without a lot more consultation with the neighborhoods, but there's been no purchase and no formal proposal. And this is not the first time that folks have come to us with maybe we do this and maybe we do that. So we did not run out. We went to the immediate neighbors and let them know, but we have not publicized it because it may not come to fruition. And if it does, believe you me, there will be the lead article in the Voice when that occurs. Yes, sir.
Another development issue that's arising. Has anybody heard what's going to take place in Zesto as it closes this Saturday?
I do not know. It is sadly not in Virginia-Highland, but the
Zesto's? It's going to be
Zesto is the
it's a new burger restaurant called what is it?
Cookout, right?
Cookout, yes. There's one down at Moreland and I-20 right now, just south of I-20 on Moreland. Very popular.
So there's still time to get up and
Great milkshakes.
to go window, and you have a chance of having it ready by Saturday, based on my experience. I want to acknowledge Councilmember Caesar Mitchell could not be here with us tonight. He sent a representative, Charles Sills, from his office, and I'm so sorry I didn't get to you earlier, and I apologize. I was looking for faces I knew, but thank you for coming, and thank the council president for sending you over. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming. He is one of the people we put a request into for support, so you may tell him we hope to hear from him. Are there other questions or comments? Well, I see our counters are busy back there counting. I have no jokes. Actually, that's a good idea. Angelica, why don't you say a word or two about the tour of homes this year? That is an excellent idea, because we're stoked, so to speak.
Okay, so the tour of homes is going to be the first weekend in December, 6th and 7th. And we have 7 houses on the tour, and then we're going to feature the Christ Our Savior Church, which is across from the firehouse. And put me under the spot here. Okay, how about money? We've raised over $32,000 already in sponsorship. Really excited about that. We have an amazing team on the tour, and I wish Robin Ragland would have showed up today. She's in charge of the sponsorships, and she just will hold you so accountable to every penny and calls owners of companies relentlessly trying to get cash. We are about a month and a half away from printing our tour books. So we've gotten all of our advertising in, and Peggy, I don't know how much money we have like straggling out, but this next week or two we're really trying to get the last dollars in. And then it's all about ticket sales. So God willing, we have an amazing weekend. Last year we did very well. I mean, we actually sold more walk-up tickets than we ever have on a rainy day, but it was 2 rainy days. So we really want a good sunshine weekend because that really gets people out. We're looking to do, I don't want to be like super quoted on this, but if we have a really awesome weekend weather-wise, we could be around $56,000 this year. So maybe even 60, honestly. We are going to top last year, so I'm very excited about that.
The other piece of news you may not have heard and spread the word is the Virginia-Highland Business Association has started back up, and they want to have businesses all as members, which is great because we are always looking for a way to communicate with one source to get the word out to the businesses with what's happening with residents and businesses and Streets Alive and all of that. So pass the word around. Christy Warren is the chair of that. And if you have any questions, you can email me about it. And just encourage businesses to become members. There'll be a website and all that.
I also wanted to recognize Michael Elliott, who's here from the steering committee of the master plan. We talked a little earlier, Jess and Michael missed it when Alex was here. The 2 of them and Jennifer, the 3 of them, had everything in the world to do with this plan getting through. And we really, really appreciate you. And I'm actually going to go a little bit out of order to say something about Jess, who spent a lot of time on social media, very patiently responding to a lot of points, and in a way that really felt beyond many of us to accomplish it, and just did it very gracefully and very neatly. And I really think she deserves more than a round of applause, but we'll just give her that instead. I now call upon our accounting committee to report on us. Sir.
Another question, what's the latest with the World Cup?
I have no information about the status, rental status of the building other that you do not have, sir. I know nothing of that. Sir.
Only third-hand information on that, the building's still available for rent. If you got a business that can go in there that's conducive to the neighborhood, the owner of the building would more than be happy to talk.
So I'm going to, I think, consider adjourning the meeting and saying we'll be happy to post the results on the website. If you're welcome to hang around and see them firsthand, just like it's the Fulton County Courthouse. But I think without any further business, we've done this before. I'm perfectly willing to declare the meeting adjourned. Is there any further business to come before us? All right, I'm going to thank you all very much for coming, and we will see you very soon in the neighborhood tonight. Oh, wait. Wait on it. All right, the elected members of the board this year are John Becker, Peggy Bird, David Brandenberger, Lola Carlisle, Paige Hewell, Jennifer Keenan, Robin Ragland, Angelica Headland Taylor, Lauren Woods Fraley, Jess Wyndham. The alternate for the second straight year will be Jack White. This meeting is adjourned.